What's happening, folks? Welcome back to Celtic Fans TV. It's time for a live starting 11 prediction for tomorrow's home game against Jablonec in the Europa League qualifiers. We're obviously leading 4-2 from the first leg, and we come into this game full of confidence off the back of Sunday's 6-0 win over Dundee. That was a great performance. I think across the board, most people realised that it was the best Celtic performance for the best part of 18 months, maybe 2 years. So much to like about it. The impact of Furuhashi was obviously probably the headline news, but Christie was superb, and all over the pitch we just looked like a proper Celtic team again. And even though people will qualify it by saying it was only Dundee, it was just brilliant to see the team play with that freedom, create so many chances. Even looking at some of the data, and I know that's not at the forefront of what we talk about usually, but some of the data is like the highest I've ever seen it in terms of XG and stuff. So a really, really good performance, and I just can't wait to get to the stadium tomorrow, a full house, and watch the team. It's just brilliant to be excited about watching Celtic again. And we know it's early days, but I think tomorrow presents us with a brilliant opportunity to go and build on that performance on Sunday against Dundee, and hopefully we can get a really comfortable win tomorrow, progress into the next round where we're likely to face where we'll face Alkmaar. That'll be a much tougher test for us, but we've got to just use these home games now, this little run of home games, to build up as much confidence as possible. Jablonec at the weekend drew 2-2 in the league with Bohemians. So again, that's similar to last week. I think they'd got beat before they came into the game. The first leg, they've drawn at the weekend, and we get a good victory. So as I say, we should be full of confidence. And we've seen the level of Jablonec last week. They did allow us a lot of chances in the game. We should probably have won it more comfortably, and we gave away 2 poor goals, to be honest. So hopefully there'll be none of that tomorrow. It was good to get a clean sheet on Sunday, and I hope we can get another one tomorrow night, because it's so vital that we build up confidence in that defence and we get a bit of continuity there. Still additions to come in. I see we're linked with a Croatian right back today. I think the talks with Buta have died a death. It's dragged on far too long now. It looks like we're moving on to another target from Legia Warsaw. But again, Ange's been saying now for the last week or two, he expects to add a couple of signings this week, and a couple of weeks have went by and that's not happened. So the quicker we can get them in the door, the better, because we are going to need new players in time for facing Alkmaar, should we get through without any hiccups tomorrow. So we'll start with the team then. And in goals, I think it will be Joe Hart. Good for him to get a clean sheet at the weekend. Didn't have much to do, let's be honest, but good for him to experience playing at Celtic Park. Half empty or half full Celtic Park, whatever way you want to put it. But tomorrow night, sold out. It's going to be a brilliant experience for all these new players. And I just think tomorrow's going to be a really, really exciting night to be back at Celtic Park. The energy in the stadium should be absolutely amazing. And I hope the players can really thrive on that and go and put in a great performance. Back four, Anthony Ralston at right back. Really good again at the weekend, Anthony Ralston, proving a lot of people wrong, me included. All credit to him for that. I heard Ange talking about him in the press conference today. He is the only right back we've got, and that means that he's had to perform because we don't have any other options. And to be fair to him, he is doing well just now. He's doing really well. I think a couple of people kind of coming to terms with the fact that if we bring one in, he could be the backup if he keeps performing to that level. I don't think there's any doubt that we need to bring in someone in that position, and it's clear the club are trying to do that. And I think going forward long term, we can get someone of much higher quality than Ralston, but I've got to take my hat off to him because he's been really, really good in this last few weeks. Centre half, I don't expect any changes there. Stephen Welsh alongside Carl Starfelt. Starfelt again, 1 or 2 slack passes, but I think he will settle into things. Again, just brilliant for him to experience a full Celtic Park tomorrow. Hopefully he can thrive on that, and as I say, as the weeks go by and he gets more comfortable with his teammates, his performances should get more relaxed as well. At left back, Greg Taylor. Again, I don't expect any changes in that area because we haven't seen any other alternative. We've only really got Bolingoli, and he is nowhere near it for obvious reasons. So that's another area that we really, really need to get the signings in. But listen, we can't change the team too much from Sunday, and I don't expect that. You'll see as we go through. I don't think there'll be any changes from Sunday's team. That means McGregor in that deep line midfield role really interesting watching that on Sunday, because I thought he was really, really effective for that position. He's just an excellent footballer, Callum McGregor. I think he's really shown his qualities as a leader now. He's carving out his own sort of leadership style, and it was great to see him keep the players on the park and bring them in after the full-time whistle. And just, I mean, I don't know what he said to them, but it looked like he was just saying this is the start of something. And the players really look like they want to feed off that energy, having the fans back in the stadium. And that's a powerful combination. If we can get that connection between the supporters and the players and the manager again, that's when Celtic can be a really powerful force. And I hope we can really build on that. But McGregor, I expect him to keep that deep position in midfield. That means Vogic and David Turnbull ahead of him. I thought Vogic, I mean, I couldn't believe, I think it was his first league goal at Celtic Park for 3 years at the weekend. I mean, I know he hasn't played much in recent seasons, but that was a surprise even to me. I expect him to keep his place just because I think we played that well at the weekend. There's no need to change it. And I think more minutes for Vogic will do him absolutely no harm. I see a few comments coming in talking about James McCarthy. Could we maybe drop Turnbull or then move McGregor up and McCarthy can take the deep position? I don't know. I just don't think James McCarthy's quite ready yet. He didn't have a club during pre-season, so I just think he's going to take a few weeks to get up to speed before he can start really getting in contention for a first-team spot. I thought David Turnbull was really good at the weekend. Much better from him. The sort of build-up, involved in the build-up to the goal. The secondary assist, if you like, for the first goal that unlocked the door for us. And he had a lot of really, really good moments in the game. As I say, across the pitch, we were just absolutely brilliant on Sunday. And I think that's a great opportunity to build on that and keep in the same midfield. I don't see any harm in doing that. On the right-hand side, Lil Abada, who again, constant threat, driving at defenders. Looks a nightmare to play against, to be honest. If you're at left back for Jablonec or any team that Celtic are playing just now, you're not going to relish coming up against Abada. There's no two ways about that. So direct, so quick. Wants to make something happen every time he gets on the ball, and as I keep saying, so young. A lot of promise in Abada, a lot of potential, and hopefully he can just keep developing. And I think this game time that he's getting, I don't think any of us really expected him to come in straight into the team and sort of hold down his place there. I know Forrest got dropped at the weekend, or rested, not dropped. He's still on the journey back from a long period out, but I think Abada, you just can't drop Abada the way he's playing at the minute, and that's all credit to him. On the left-hand side, Ryan Christie, who was absolutely superb on Sunday. And if he keeps that up, we've got to do our best to try and get him to sign a new contract. I don't know where that situation is at. I don't think any of us really know. Ange has been asked about it time and time again in the media, but it's a question that he can't really answer. If Ryan Christie wants to go to the Premier League, ultimately he's going to go to the Premier League. We could lose him for free, but if he's enjoying his football under Ange, maybe we could convince him to sign an extension, and then maybe next summer cash in on him for some amount of money that would be better than what we could get from now, because he's got so little time left on his contract. But there is no two ways about it. I've seen a few people saying that Sunday was probably his best performance in a Celtic shirt, and that is high praise. But he was absolutely brilliant. 3 assists. That pass for Kyogo's hat-trick goal is just top drawer. You just don't get a better assist than that. He even disguises it in between the two centre-halves. It was just top class. So more of that for him. And leading the line, no surprise, it's the man of the moment, Kyogo Furuhashi, who is blowing me away in these last 2 games. I thought he looked really good in the first game against Jablonec. Missed a chance or two, but took his goal really well. And then on Sunday, he was just superb. He could have had 2 hat-tricks. And even though he did miss a couple of chances, it's getting in those positions. His movement is just brilliant. And the thing I was reading today, actually, for one of the analytics guys on Twitter, is that he didn't lose a duel. He didn't lose an interception. He was dispossessing Charlie Adam in midfield. He was closing down the defenders and they're trying to play balls up the channel. There was times he was tracking back. He was just all over the pitch, and he's going to score so many goals in that 6-yard box area because the timing of his runs and his movement is just absolutely brilliant. Again, early days, and I know that people will say it was only Dundee, but he just looks like he's got all the qualities to be a really top player for Celtic, and I expect him to build on his performance from Sunday tomorrow night. There you go, that's the team that I think Ange will go with. Like this video, comment with your own thoughts below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I forgot to say at the top of the video, we passed the big 30,000 milestone on Sunday. So thank you so much for that. It's a great milestone for the channel, and I really appreciate all the support and engagement that I've had over the last 3 years since I started this channel. It's been absolutely brilliant. I can't wait to get back. As I say, to Celtic Park tomorrow, the content will be back to normal. We'll be interviewing everyone outside the stadium after the game. And it's just brilliant to go back to Celtic Park with a sense of optimism based on what we've seen from the team in the last couple of games. So can't wait to get back to it. Join us tomorrow after the game for all the content from the stadium. And don't forget to like this video as well. We'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.